Hello there, everyone. I am RK Sonic, but you could also call me Ruben. I appreciate you for stopping by and checking out my third video. I had a lot of fun making the second one, which you can check. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to look at that. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm still learning a lot about making a proper, more visually appealing YouTube video. So I figured I'd go ahead, make a third one, and try something a little different. Um, with this video, I would like to discuss and just talk to you guys about what my ideal Sonic game would look like. And I mean that in terms of story, gameplay. Those are the two main components because I think that's what really makes Sonic games so great. Whether their story holds up and whether they can deliver good gameplay, you know. Um, for starters, this is something I've thought about a lot, especially now that I have, or we as a community have no news to talk about and discuss. There's not really too many rumors going around about what's next for Sonic. All we know is that there's a possible adventure remake, but until that's proven true or false, we have nothing. So I figured I'd just get into this. So when it comes to the next 3D Sonic game, I should have specified that sooner. I'm referring to Sonic now, modern Sonic, and what my ideal game for him specifically would be. Because I don't think I can think enough for classic Sonic, and considering all the attention he's gotten over the recent years, I don't think I want to give him any more attention than what he's gotten already. Sorry, classic Sonic fans, but that's just not what I want to do. But shifting back to modern Sonic, I've been brainstorming possible things that we've never seen in the Sonic universe or Sonic games before, at least not that I could think of. Um, like, I don't read too many of the comics. I don't know if this has been done before in comics. But for starters, if I were to make a Sonic game, or if I were to be the one in charge of making the story, writing the story, um, I would go back and try that serious, darker, quote unquote, edgy tone again. Um, and I don't mean Forces type edgy because I don't think that had any edge at all other than Infinite in his theme song, which I love and adore. Um, but I would try something dark or darker. And the first thing that came to my mind that I can picture Sonic uh, and his friends going through is um, is a world where Eggman can harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds on his own, not to charge up his machines or Sonic clones, but for him to utilize the emeralds on himself. I thought to myself, wow, that would make a great story. To know that Sonic, who usually has the upper hand with the emeralds in previous games, now has nothing, and that thought just sounded so cool to me. Um, I envision Eggman physically beating up Sonic. As messed up as that sounds, I think it would make for a really um, dramatic, emotional, and just fun thing to write around. Eggman could give up the silly persona that he's had recently, and go back to a more darker, serious attitude, like similar to what we see in Adventure and Adventure Two. Um, I feel like the game could have, if it wants to, if the game had multiple characters, I would have Sonic, of course, be the star, have the majority of the levels. But if there were to be multiple characters, I'd give them to characters who haven't really had much spotlight recently. And by recently, I mean a long, long time. Um, this goes for characters like Silver, who hasn't been playable since '06, or maybe someone like I don't know, Blaze. Some just characters that are so unique and bring a lot or could bring a lot to the table that never get the spotlight. And on top of that, I would go beyond, and I would even bring characters from the comics. And no, I'm not talking about the Archie comics. I'm not talking about Sally Acorn and the rest of the gang that are from those comics, but more recent, the IDW comics. It's funny. I'm bringing this up, but I've never read a single comic from that series, and it looks really good, especially with the Metal Virus recently ending and all that. I need to check it out soon. But I am aware of Tangle and Whisper, and I think they have really cool designs, really cool character like potential, and I feel like they can make for great playable characters overall. I would include both of them and give them both unique levels and stages. Um, and I think it would make for a good game. You get to introduce fans to new characters who maybe, like me, haven't read the comics, and people who do read the comics are going to feel special because they know them so well already. I just think all that together sounds really, really cool. When it comes to the gameplay itself, though, that's an important thing. If there's no good gameplay, then there's no good game. You know what I mean? So I thought about it, and in my previous video, I talked about how I've played Adventure and Adventure 2 again recently, and I even gave '06 another play through, just a couple levels. But there's a lot of fun that can be had with those games. The level design, the momentum style that Sonic has, it's a lot of fun. And I think it can make for a great time. And considering that fans want this style of play to come back so much, maybe this could be the perfect way to do it. But this means there'd be no boost gameplay, and I'm sure for a lot of fans that'd be like a huge relief, because I know after Forces, not many fans want to see that type of game again, or that type of style to play as. But personally, I love it. I don't love Forces, but I love Unleashed. I love Forces. Oh my God, did I just say I love Forces? You can just leave this video now because clearly I can't speak. Sorry. But I love Unleashed, I love Generations, and I love Colors. Three great games that I think define Sonic in that era. The late 2000s and the early 2010s. But so I thought about it, and I would actually merge both gameplay styles. Similar to how Sonic has had his Mach Speed sections before in '06, and I know I promised we wouldn't talk about that game on this channel, but it had interesting concepts that weren't properly made. I guess you can say they weren't done right. Regardless of the rushing and stuff, the mechanics it didn't fit. It was destined to fail. But if done right, and now with Sonic's Boost gameplay, perhaps those quote-unquote Mach Speed sections could be reborn in a whole new light. And by that I mean having sections where Sonic is boosting. You have to boost. It's a linear path, a lot of quick stepping, dodging, jumping, that type of stuff. Controlling your movement in the air so you can have better control of Sonic, but you also want to get that intense speed feel that Sonic Boost games have always brought, minus Forces. So I would combine both. I would have, if you want your platforming, put it in an adventure style level. Have the level divided into different sections where Sonic could be, hopping along like he is in Adventure and Adventure 2, but also getting a good amount of speed and rewarding you for using your momentum the right way. But then when it comes to the high risk, high reward sections, make it all boost, non-stop, keep moving, great control, and that sense of adrenaline that I feel like Sonic can prove to all of his fans so much. These are things that I've just been brainstorming, and I think they sound really cool on paper. Do I see that happening for his anniversary title or any game in the future, I honestly don't know. I don't think they would combine play styles for Sonic right now. I personally think that they'd be focusing on one style of gameplay. Unless they're making multiple games, like I talked about in my first video, which I'll leave a link to also. Unless they're doing that, I don't think they'd be focusing on multiple playstyles again. But if they do, who knows? Who knows what we might see? All this again, it's just me having fun and giving you guys my ideal Sonic game that I would make if I had the power to do so, or if I had that creative control, or if I was just talented enough to make a game on my own. That's how I would do it. A more serious, darker tone. Have Eggman use all the emeralds. Have him have his own weird super form and beat the living, out of Sonic. But make it fun in some aspects, and by that I mean the writing. Maybe I'll make a whole nother video about how Sonic writing has been lately, and I think we could all agree that it hasn't been its best in a long time. I'll leave it at that though, and if you guys have your ideal Sonic pitches that you want to make, drop them in the comments. And that'll be the end for this video. Guys, if you're watching this still, I appreciate you. Thank you again for stopping by. I am RK Sonic. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next one.